Made a promise to myself. Put trust into these bitches. Just a real trap nigga trying to make it out the business. If you been through something, you gon' feel this. Made a promise to myself I won't put trust into these women. Just a cold-hearted kid, but I ain't trying to play the... What's the word, man? It's your boy King Ray, the Great Peoples.
And your boy B-Mac the God.
Man, welcome to the Can I Cook, man, podcast, man. I know y'all been like, man, where these folks been at, man?
Gee, it's been a minute. It's definitely been a little minute.
It's been a little minute, man. But y'all know, man, life sometimes, and people grow. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of growth, you know what I'm saying? You know, room for growth, man. It's my brand, man. You know, I came, and what room for growth stands for me is, I came a long way, bro. I know y'all see your boy.
You got the dread.
After I cut the dreads, man, your boy out here, you know what I'm saying? Hair looking like Lake Michigan waving right now.
Let's see.
You see Milk Dud over there last time. No, he picked that his
I'm gonna stop chopping that. I'm gonna stop chopping.
So, man, like I said, like, for me, it's like, you know, what's different is like, man, bro, I've been locking in, bro. You know what I'm saying? Your boy a life coach now, man. And your boy, like, been locking in with school and everything. Finna graduate on my last course. All I gotta do is pass my exam. And I get my certificate. Your boy gonna be certified.
See, big coach.
Big coach. So it's like, you know, man, other than that, man, I've been chilling, bro. I've been like locking in, man, staying the course, bro. And it's like, you know, that's all we can do, bro. You know, life throw obstacles, life throw crowbars, but what do we do, man? We
keep bobbing and
weaving, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, you know, I'll be locking in on the Muay Thai in the fight, you know, I train Muay Thai and I train boxer, you feel me?
Hey, he got a fight coming up.
And yeah, y'all gotta tune in, you know what I'm saying? When the boy get it together, I'm a live stream, I just gotta get my knee back together, rehabilitate the knee right now, but yeah, man, your boy been locking in on that, bro. So, you know, everything is about being consistent, you feel me?
Yes, sir. Me, I just been on my life journey trying to elevate, you know, working on elevating. I start my GED in September. I'm just like, you know, take it smooth, get my license and stuff squared away.
Right.
Get this business started and, you know, keep going.
That's all you can do is keep going, bro. Cause like, especially cause like we come from like trauma, bro. We come from like backgrounds of just like straight trauma and like limited beliefs. And like I never realized though, like how much the shit that I've been through affected my present life until I had to sit myself down was like, why am I the way I am? You know, I've been diving into the whole neuroscience about brain, bro, and about the way the brain can structure, about like how trauma and events and like everything shape our life, shape our present moment of stuff that was like affected us years ago. So I had to dive into that, bro, and it's like, what's affecting me or that affect people around me? And like, how can I fully understand the neuroscience of all this? And then that's when I kind of like just been diving, bro, and I've been doing research, and I've been writing books, man. Oh yeah, man, your boy got a couple of ebooks online, man.
Sure.
Check them out, man. And I'm formatting, you know what I'm saying, a book right now. You know what I'm saying? It's called Rewire Your Brain Before It, Rewire Your Mind Before It Rewire Your Life. And in that book, it's gonna be a specific theory that I really been diving into. I've been trying to like let the world know. It's called the echo theory.
Yes, sir.
And what the echo is, the echo theory is basically it's like it's not a memory. It's not like a traumatic event. It's an echo. And the echo is something, a belief that happened in the past and it affects you in the present.
Like sound, it travels.
Like sound travel. Like you know, research shows in caves, like your echo can travel hundreds of miles. So it's like this, you could say one sound and it'll travel miles out, and it can still travels and travels and travels, even though that first sound never made another sound again, but that voice can travel. Even on shallow water, you can say something and it'll travel miles. You know, even underwater, sound can travel hundreds of miles, sometimes even thousands.
That's how they use echolocation.
Exactly, exactly. In the military. So it's just like prime example. If that can do that, if sound can do that, so you don't think it can do the same exact thing in our brain and our minds? Something that can happen to us, or a limited belief that can happen to us that was presented to us as we was children, and we wear that as a part of our identity.
Mm-hmm.
And then like
But
we
it's not yours.
it's not us, you know what I'm saying? We wear our identity that was never for us to carry. Like a prime example, it can be something like you can be, you know what I'm saying? Because, I say, okay, I had undiagnosed ADHD growing up. And then you always just touch everything and I touched everything. I touched everything. Everybody, my grandma was like, man, you got some type of nervous problem or something. You just touch everything. You just always touching something. You always gotta be, yeah, smelling my finger. Hey, look, yeah, yeah. Look, I'm not smelling now. So it's like, but it's like in your brain, it's like, they always say, then like something, cause you always touch stuff.
Yes,
So then it was just, you always into something. So then, but then it's like that part of me grew as my identity, because now I'm older and I'm constantly in bullshit.
Yep.
But in my brain, it's like, oh, I'm always into something. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't my identity to wear. That was something that was undiagnosed to me, that I didn't know about me to fully understand. But all I know is folks look at you and say, you always into something. You always into something. So then in my brain, I involve myself in situations that got nothing to do with me.
Yep.
But in mine, so then I wear that, well, I'm always into something mind frame to where it's like, fuck it, shit. That's why I insert myself into stuff that never was meant for me to be inserted in, but because I'm always into something, it is what it is. So it's like, that's what an echo is. You hear something one time and it travels throughout your present life, and that present moment can affect your future, because now you have limited beliefs about yourself off something that happened to you in the past.
That is very true, because I'm in my course of living in this life, I have seen this happen many times where parents will tell kids, you ain't gonna be shit when growing up. You gonna be like your daddy. You ain't gonna be nothing. Ooh, they always, this is how they give you an identity, right? Like you said, it's not yours to hold on to.
Exactly.
But this is what they saying to you. So it's echoing in your head, even when you're not around them, even when you way far away doing something totally different. It's echoing in your head. Like, damn, I wonder, am I gonna be like that nigga? I wonder, I do that. And so you start thinking to yourself, like, like, I like that echo theory that you came up with, because that is like, that's right on the money. We got to stop telling ourselves the negatives and stop listening to people tell us the negative. They don't narrate our lives. You have to take control of yours by yourself, because ain't nobody gonna do it for you.
Absolutely.
So that echo theory is deep.
But then like you are like, it's like you just unconsciously knowing like, okay, I'm wearing an identity that I didn't call for myself. And then you start having limited beliefs that affects you now than it would have did earlier. Like prime example, like the biggest thing, bro, that slowed me down was like, in my brain, I gotta do this shit colossal. I gotta do this shit major. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it major. I'm gonna do it. But that belief came into my head, like, that didn't come from nobody else. It came from my environment. It came from like, I would see people in my life, or friends, or like family members. They would do stuff and they would fail. And I would see them and they would do it. And in my brain, I'd be like, man, if you just only just did it this way, if you just only took it way more serious, if you just only been more professional, like, I just be like, man, if I do it, if I get the opportunity to do something, I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna do it major. I'm gonna do it big, or I'm not gonna do it at all. And I was a child thinking that. And then I turned to my adult, young 20s, in my 20s. I'm like, man, like, a lot of shit held me back with my music, bro. Cause I always said, if I'm gonna do this shit, bro, I'm just gonna do this shit colossal. I gotta have my funds gotta be right. I gotta have thousands of dollars. But look, but that shit set me back to the point to where it's like, bro, I look back at my life and I be like, I held my own self back, bro, because I had $300 in my pocket, and me telling me, if I'm gonna drop this, I need $3,000 budget to be able to do that. I'm sitting on 300 trying to multiply that 300, but whole time life is lifing. You got to pay bills. You in situations, car breakdown. Now you got to dig in your stash, and now that $300 not multiplying. Now it's just sitting in the envelope, not doing shit. And meanwhile, you know what I'm saying? You chipping away, and then okay, now I get to add another $100 back on that three that I just spent. But then it's like the $300 is not growing, bro. And it's like, and now it's like time went by. It went from now January here, and now December here, and now it's January again, and I never took that step because I'm still waiting and hoping that I'm finna multiply that 300 to that 3,000 that I need to start my dream. But on all actuality, you know what a millionaire said to me, bro? And it just changed. It changed my whole way I think of a lot of shit. Cause I be, I examine. Like I said, I'm deeper to examine the human brain and the way brain thinks and the way that millionaires think and the way that people that failed in life thinks. I examine everybody's brain from every perspective so I can know how human behavior can affect your brain. It can affect your present and your future.
Thinking. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, look, a billionaire said, you would never be a millionaire by saving money. And I'm like, what? That just reframed everything that I thought about. How can I not be a millionaire if I'm finna blow my money? Like, that don't make sense. And you know me, bro, I'm big on spending money. That shit don't exist to me. I don't care if I put $10,000 in a box and I got $100 in my pocket. That $10,000 don't exist to me. I'm gonna stack that $10,000 until I can do it again. But then, like you say, bro, when life started lifing and money started chipping away, you can't put more money into that $10,000.
Yep.
And now that $10,000 just sitting away, not doing nothing. And you trying to eventually one day I'm gonna be able to put money back into that box and then stack it up. But then that 10,000 don't move. But why let that 10,000 sit and collect dust when you can just say, you know what? I'm gonna take this $10,000 and I'm gonna invest in it. And guess what? That's why I said and I rewind back to what I said about the $300. I let life go pass me by, holding on to that $300, waiting, hoping and praying one day I will be able to add the $300, 3,000, when I just could have took that 300 and made my first demo. Let's say I'm out, but in my brain, that 3,000 I would have had enough to get 100 copies, book a show, master book, then a whole studio session to be able to do 15 songs in one session. Now I got a whole mixtape done. But why not just start small and be like, instead of paying for a big block session, let me just pay for an hour session. Instead of me grabbing 1,000 copies, CD copies, I only got enough to sell 10 copies. So now I grab that 10 copy and I can sell my first 10 copies. And guess what? Out of that money that I made off that 10 copies, when I go back, I can pay for 20 copies. And I could have been multiplying my way doing that to taking those small steps, those small victories, those small pillars. You know what I'm saying? Me and my girl came out with a chart and she told me, like, you worried about the end goal. You gonna get to the end goal. You know at the end of the day what your end goal is gonna be. But you gotta look at what's in front of you. And my thing is, I don't look what's in front of me. I'm looking across the hill. Okay, cool. I see the finish line. Whole time, it's a roadblock right here. Whole time, it's a narrow road right here. Whole time, it's a wall. It's a road that damn near do a 360 and take you right back to where the fuck you started. But guess what? It's gonna take you right back to where you need to go. I ignore all of that, bro. I ignored that because I'm too busy looking at that road and I'm looking like, damn, I don't got enough gas to make it there. But still, with the gas that I do have, it'll get me to the next destination. And once I get there, okay, let me figure out how I'm finna get gas again. But guess what? I'm eventually gonna get gas again to go to the next road. And guess what? When I get to the next road, I'm gonna need more goddamn gas.
Steps.
But in my brain, I'm telling myself I'm not gonna do it at all because I don't got enough gas for the whole fucking road, bro. And that was my echo. That was my echo in my brain telling me, nigga, if you can't do this shit major, don't do it. And that held me back for so many years, bro. So many years, bro.
I had to tell myself a lot of things. Like, I had to sit back and, we the creators. We are the authors of our lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which means we create the good and we create the bad.
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes I be looking back like, damn, man, what the hell did I do? Why is this going this way? It's because we, like you said, we looking so far ahead that we ain't looking at what's in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
And so now what's in front of us is a situation that you could have probably patched up, cleaned up, fixed up real quick. But instead of you not looking at it at all, it done got worse, it done got bad, it done got to the point where it's almost irreparable. Or you can still repair it, but it's gonna take you a lot more than what it would have took.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I be telling like the reason why I like your echo theory is because I was like that too. I was a type, in my mind, it's y'all fault. Like,
That's true though.
it's like I done everything I was supposed to do. It can't be my fault.
It can't be my
gotta
fault.
be your
I did
fault.
everything right.
You
You know what I'm saying? And everything went wrong. So it can't be my fault. It's y'all fault.
Right. Whole time. Cause we ain't looking at what's in front of us.
Exactly.
It's our fault. I ain't fixed that part. I put the tire on the car and I put the nuts on, but I ain't screw them on.
More time.
My bad. Gee. And so that happens. And so what we have to do is always stay conscious. Like we talk about a lot of things in our podcasts, but you have to stay conscious.
Mm-hmm.
We tell you to stay conscious of personal awareness. We tell you to stay conscious of your mental. Stay conscious of how your thought process is.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, you can't be a victim because you're the author of your own book.
Of your own goddamn book.
You feel me?
Feel me?
If it's anybody's fault, you point that finger at who? We talked about this already.
Who we pointed at? Oh.
Because that's who the only person you can really fault. But just because you fault yourself, don't let it echo in your head that you're a failure. You got to tell yourself, I just made a slight mistake. I can patch this and I can actually, I learned from this. And so what I'm going to do is now not ever make that mistake again, because now I know the contingency plans to put in place to not do that again. So now I can make it to the next step, like we was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That gas station, I see the journey.
The roadmaps can't order.
In my mind, I know them gas stations, I can make it.
Okay, man.
I can make it past 3.
And see, look, that's your belief. My belief is, nigga, I ain't taking that journey if I can't make it. You, nigga, I gotta have take a gas. It's gonna take a hole. I'ma still gonna make this motherfucker.
My mind be telling me, you know what? They told you wasn't gonna make it. Now you stuck and you mad.
Okay.
Ain't nothing to be mad about, though. You did this.
Meanwhile, my dumb ass still at the start, looking at your ass like I told your dumb ass. But guess what? Your dumb ass ain't took the fucking step yet.
Now we argue.
No,
Get over here so we can say it to each other. Oh, you ain't got the gas? Me neither.
Me neither. So now what? Now we stuck looking stupid. Not me. I'm scared to take the jump because I can't see what's in front of me. And you can't take the time to say, let me say, to strategize what the next plan is. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? And you see how that can come neck and neck though. And that's why it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like we sit there and we let those type of things, you know what I'm saying, get to us. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but a lot of this stuff though, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. A lot of this stuff could come from like what we see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and it's like, if we don't see what the problem is, bro, and what needs to change in our lives, then we can let that shit affect everything that we believe in. We let trauma hold on to us, like stuff your parents can say. If your parents can tell you like your art project is good, and it's like, it'll be all right, you know what I'm saying, it's good. But then like they don't hype you up to make you feel like you got the best product in the world.
Like you got it.
You gonna go into life thinking that like I'm only good enough to do the bare minimum.
Yep.
Because like the folks that was supposed to believe in me see me as a below person or average person, then maybe that's just how I am. I don't gotta go above and beyond because the folks about life see me as that. But if your child do something, it can be a scribble scrabble. You can be like, what? You just now, you like the little Picasso. You snap. You what?
They might make millions off their next thing.
Off their next thing because you hyped them up to be like, man, my mom and my daddy believe I'm just the next, I'm the best thing since cooked rice.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Now they go out into the world with that confidence, like I'm the best thing, like I'm just what? And now people tell you, you think you the shit, huh? Yeah, I know I am. My mom and my daddy told me I am. Now what? What you gonna do about it? Yep. I'm better than you. And I say it to me every day. You know what I'm saying? And like it starts there, but like a lot, but it's sad that like a lot of us didn't come from that household, didn't come from that structure to where it's like
we let that be our echo.
We could let that be our echo. And that's why we should change the narratives us today to like we see we didn't get that. You know what I'm saying? Like thing is about trauma is like our parents bled on us because they was bled on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like their cross wasn't our cross to carry. So when we have children and we are educating our children and we going off into the world, like our crosses is not theirs to carry. Like at some point,
you gotta break that chain.
You gotta break that chain. You know what I'm saying?
Carrying the cross of the person that we don't even know who that cross belongs to.
Belong to somebody that we don't even know. A great relative.
And it's been passed down for generations.
For generations.
So it just became part of
And at what point, when do we stop it? When do we break it, bro?
Man, I sit back and I think about a lot of things, and that is a lot of generational curses. Like when I was talking about the movement, and I'm still on that.
Absolutely.
And so, like, a lot of this, what we're talking about right now, is in the movement. So, like, what we want to do is talk to kids and let them know, like, when you feel that you don't have a voice, you always being heard, you always being seen, and you always being listened to. And so, you just have to put yourself in environments and around people that is like-minded. And so, like, you can't expect to get gold if you chilling with people that only like silver.
The Bible say, be around folks that are equally yoked as you.
Yes. And so, like, you become who you hang with. You are what you hang around. So if I was a person like me, for instance, I was a kid that, whew, it was rough, right? And I could have did millions of things differently than what I did. But because I wasn't mentally staying focused on what was happening to me and what was going on, I didn't have the mental IQ to even understand it, right? And so I had a lot of echoes that was echoed to me, and I held on tight, because it's easy for us to hold on to negative things. It's hard for us to remember the positive things in life. So in your life, you gonna notice, out of all the good things you do, one bad thing, everybody in the world gonna remember it forever.
You know why is that though? It's because like our brains takes a screenshot of something that happened to us in the moment due to trauma or how it affected us. So if you was to do, so let's say you done a million good things and you just shout one day, like, shut up! And that person just, they gonna remember that in that moment, because for that split second, their nervous system was triggered. So now their brain know how you felt in that moment. So they're gonna remember that, how they feel. Cause especially women hold on emotions with differently than men do. Like men, we forget about a lot of stuff, but women, they hold on to those traumatic events or those traumatic episodes because they remember how they felt. Their body remember how they felt in that moment. So like a lot of people, like men too, like we got stuff like that trigger give us PTSD, and we think about certain stuff and it scared us. So it's like we hold on to stuff that somebody did to us because our body remember how we felt in that moment. So that's why when people are like, damn, you only pin on all the bad stuff I do, is because maybe that bad thing that you did was traumatic to them. It's small to us, but big to them.
But always remember, you the narrator of your own stories. Change things, and like, be careful and be aware of what's being echoed to you, and know how to change the narrative of how you feel about what's being echoed to you. Know how to, with the movement is called to humbly elevate. That means you have to humbly sit back and analyze things. Sometimes you might not even get it right there, but reflect back on the conversations that you had that day. Reflect back on your day when you go home before you go to sleep. Sit back and reflect on your day, what I did and what I could have did different. I remember bro telling me this. He was like, man, bro, sometimes we just got to sit back and we got to reflect. Like, you can't play chess with me if you gonna open up the same way every time. I'm gonna whoop you every time.
Every time.
If you think that having a one-way strategy in life is gonna help you, I'm telling you right now, it is devastating out there, and you got to be a strategist on many different levels. And you got to understand when your brain is being picked apart. You got to understand when you're being watched. And you got to understand when people leading you to the wolves. You got to understand when it's all happening, because it's all happening around you every day. And no matter how hip you is to the game or whatever it is, wherever you grew up at in life, you always going to be surrounded by these type of things.
And guess what? You hip to the game, but guess what? The game hip to you.
Very much.
You know what I'm saying? You know, this is like no different than what? No different than what we finna play. We high school. We finna play Morgan Park.
Yep.
Here go the coach. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. If y'all gonna run the ball, we gotta watch how he running on the left side, because LT, he gonna pop your ass if he see you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you don't think because you on a winning streak, like life is gonna got a way of adapting to what you got going on.
Yep. It's like we are two players in the same type of sport.
Exactly.
Different sides of the field. I know how to play this game. You know how to play this game. Let's see who played the best.
Let's see who played the best. And that's how life is, though. So and that's how echoes can work.
Yeah.
Because you can be elevating in your life, and that echo can still come in your life and traumatize you and make you second guess everything. You could be winning. You can be on your high horse, but then out the blue, that echo can come out of nowhere. And it can be a small voice in your head. It can be It could be that abusive ass auntie.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't. Oh, yo, that abusive ass uncle.
Yeah.
Oh, you think you smart because you doing this, but guess what? Your ass still a failure. So the whole time you winning, and then that echo can come in your brain. You know what I call those? They call, you know what I'm saying? Automatic negative thoughts. The ant theory that I learned in a book I was reading called to better your brain. I think it's called to better your mind or something, but it's called automatic negative thoughts, the ant theory. And you have to kill the ants. And to kill the ants is when you have an automatic negative thought in your head, you don't have to listen to that thought. And a lot of us, we listen to that thought instead of we being like, "Oh, I'm not tweaking." That's like you saying, "Oh man, you should start this diet, but your ass can't leave sugar alone, so you might as well not even do this shit." So now you second guessing yourself like, damn, I do like them Twinkies, G. There you go, G. Like, and it's like, oh, if I could put that shit down. So now it's like, now you creating something in your head. And now you was amped up. You had a whole plan about, okay, Monday I'm gonna do this, Tuesday I'm gonna eat that, Wednesday I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna run 2 miles this day. But now you then talked yourself out of, damn, I don't know if I can stay consistent with my diet because it's hard for me to put something down. Off that one thought, instead of you hearing that thought, you know, we can't control those negative thoughts. It's like intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
You ever had a intrusive thought? You like out of blue, I just want to push this motherfucking cart and push a motherfucker down right now. And then you like, why do I feel the way that's the same thing with those negative thoughts. Just like how we have intrusive thoughts. You don't have to listen to that. Somebody walk past and you smack the shot of a motherfucker because you have intrusive thoughts, then you go to jail and get locked up. And now you damage yourself because you listen to that intrusive thought. You don't have to listen to that automatic negative thought.
That happened to me with Cordell. Boy. Shout out.
Oh yeah, Cordell. Shout out, bro, man.
Was feeling some type of way, bro. Used to be in school cutting up with the mouth. And one day I just felt like, you know what? I'm busting on him today. I don't even know why, because this is my boy. I don't even know why I fell still on him, but I'm still on him. So I walk in the classroom, stole on his head. He was like, worst decision ever. He was way faster than me, way taller than me, and way stronger at the time. I ain't no crap with you. I tried to take off. He hawked me down, bust me. Bow. You gonna tell me what you hit me for? I'm like, shit, I don't know. But he ain't overdo me. He just bust me back. Shout out to my boy.
Shout out, bro, man. But that's how it is, though. Like, a lot of us, we listen. We hear those first thoughts in our brain, and we listen to it.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, though, in that type of situation, like I learned, bro, a lot of times, that don't even be trauma. That don't even be a negative thought. You know, your brain, like, you can come up with a plan of how you want to do something, and your brain will just picture an idea fast, because you know what the brain likes to do is the brain like to reserve energy and resources on harder tasks. So it's like your first solution, never go with the first plan.
No.
Because that's your brain just throwing you shit to be like the easy route that don't make no type of sense. But to you in that moment, it makes sense to you because you just want to get this, you want the solution to fix the problem.
Yeah.
And it's like we have to like we can't let our brains trick us into, because our brain got a million other tasks it got to do. Our brain got to concentrate on keeping us breathing. It got to concentrate on us passing the test that we got to plan on. So now we thinking about the test that we got to do. Our brain got to concentrate on burning calories and burning fat and building muscle. Like the brain have a million and one tasks, man. So that's why it's like sometimes your brain can work against you. I know it's hard to say.
Yeah.
But it's like we have to take full control. You know what I learned something, bro? I also learned too, and this gonna play a factor in the echo theory also. But it's like we have 90% control of our body, of our own free will. So that means we have 10% of our own free will. Our brain is already programmed. Our brain programmed us to do certain things. I say, for instance, like prime example. Every day you wake up, first thing you do when you open your eyes is grab your phone, scroll. Because before you scroll, okay, I'm gonna get out the bed. I'm gonna get out the bed on the left side of the bed every day. When I get up, I'm gonna walk out and I'm gonna raise the toilet seat with this hand. And then I'm gonna hold my joint with this hand. Then, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna brush my teeth. When I brush my teeth, I'm gonna grab this hand and grab the toothbrush. I'm gonna grab this hand and do this. Like, it's already pre-programmed, because we do stuff over and over to where we subconsciously do stuff without us even knowing, without us even thinking, because we are already programmed, because that's what we do.
They had a thing about that.
It's called neural pathways. Like when we do certain things, our brain remember it. Like, okay, this is the path. Say things like this: you take the same road to go to work every single day. You take when you get to work, you go in the door the same exact way. Before you go into work, you turn the car off the same exact way. Like our body's already pre-programmed and we don't even know.
And we creatures of habit.
We creatures of habit. So imagine like if you think that every single day I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna get out the bed a different way. I'm gonna go to sleep instead of like I sleep on the left side. I'm gonna sleep on the right side. Tonight I'm gonna sleep on the right side, and I'm gonna get out the bed. I'm gonna roll over and get off on the left side. Like we don't think that because we're already pre-programmed to do a certain way, and that's why I'm saying like it's easy to fall into bad habits because our brain is we're programmed ourselves to do bad habits, and now we unwillingly do shit in bad habits. My book I was reading, this lady, she worked cash register, and normally when she do gift cards, she swipe, and when the gift card bounces up, she snipped the gift card. And then one day she had a rush. She was just doing. Everybody had gift cards. It was the holiday time. After the holidays, they boom, she cash, boom, slip, boom, throw it away. Swipe, cash, snip, throw it away. Swipe, cash, slip, throw it away. And then one time she got to somebody's credit card. Swipe, snipe their credit card. She in that moment though, she created a pattern in her brain.
And she was just going.
And she was just going.
A lot of y'all that work, all y'all done that before.
Oh God.
Because I done that before. I'd be in my zone and I'm like, oh, they use it. I was supposed to be, I was in the Texas truck loading the boxes for UPS and the Texas, truck is all tech. Right? No, Fort Wayne, Indiana is what it was. And so, you know, the boss got a thing of coming just to see as you paying attention to the boxes that's getting through down the shaft. And so he'll throw a New York box in there, something just to see if you're gonna catch it. And if you don't catch it, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna wait until you build up all the damn. And then they gonna come back like, hey, did you catch that New York box I sent in here? And then as soon as you say no, they gonna tell you, all right, I'm gonna be honest with you. You gotta break this whole truck down and find that box. And they be on it.
Yeah, bro.
How many times? Oh my God. Yeah, anyway, back to it.
But like, but that can happen. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of times, a lot of ways that like we don't even be in control because our brain be already in control. And I was reading, and I seen a TV show last night. Well, a case study with the girl was like in an abusive relationship, and she was just running from her boyfriend, and she disassociated. They lived in California. She drove all the way to motherfucking Arizona, and she didn't even fucking know. You know how far from California to Arizona is? That's from here to Chicago. That's 7 hours.
Yeah.
She drove through. That means she had to drive through Nevada to drive through Arizona.
She went through mountains and all.
She went through mountains and shit, and she said when she came to, she was like, holy shit, I'm in motherfucking Arizona. But it's like she disassociated because like trauma can make you disassociate and it's disconnect. And it's like all she knew was the brain know when she's in doubt, she just had to get away, get in the car, boom. So now she got in the car, and then she just started to disassociate. And that's a real diagnosis, like a disassociate, like, and she just disassociate. Like trauma can make you like disassociate, and your brain goes to a place that's make you safe. Your brain does a way of keeping you safe from what you're going through by making you disassociate. And it's like a lot of folks don't even know it, but like that's just a mechanism that your brain created for you to keep you safe in that moment. And like
could put you in danger.
It put you in danger. And that's just a prime example of how we showed us this, like our brains can trick us, but the brain doesn't know no better. The brain just wants to protect you. So when you do certain things or like you create certain neural pathways in your brain to do bad habits or toxic habits that are gonna put you in bad spots, like, and you don't even know why you doing it, and you wake up sometimes you be like, why am I even doing this shit, bro? Like, I'm pretty sure you had them moments like, why do I keep fucking shit up? You know what I'm saying? Why do it seem like I just can't fuck shit up? But a lot of times though, we in autopilot, bro.
I was gonna say it go back to what we was talking about in the last time, the conditioning. We condition ourselves, and it becomes very dangerous, very deadly Like that when I was talking about putting the fleas in a jar. Fleas can jump far. But if you keep this lid on this jar for a certain amount of time, the fleas will believe in their head that they can't because they've been conditioned to sit in this jar for so long that keep hitting the top. And so now they know that, shit, every time I jump, I'm just going to hit the top. You can take the lid off the top and the fleas will never leave the fucking jar and they can jump far. This is with people too. You can put a person, a young boy, he can make a mistake, end up in jail. He do a certain amount of time in jail. He come back out. He's still the same age he was when he went into the jail because time stopped the moment you walk into places like that. And so you either you can mentally elevate off of the wisdom that's around you or you going to pick up the bullshit. And so it's like we condition ourselves, like you said, we're going to pick up bullshit most of the time because it's the easy route. It's the easy way to go. And the brain just like...
Easy solution for it.
Yeah. And so shit, you have to stay aware of that. And conditioning is serious. You got to watch. Like you can if you can condition anybody in anything. It can be something as simple as your son or something. Steady, you want to touch this thing, you stick. Every time he know, don't touch it, cause daddy gonna pop me, right? You can condition him to fear being popped by you because you don't want him to do that.
Exactly.
Bad conditioning and good conditioning. We have to stay conscious of all of it because it can happen.
And that's how people stay stuck. That's how people do. And that's how the saying goes when they be like, that's how the rich get rich and the poor get poor.
Yeah.
The flea example, for example.
Yeah.
And I seen a video. Y'all can look up the video. What he's saying is real facts. Everything that we saying is stuff you can do your own research on.
Yeah.
But the video, and the flea video, remember? Yep. Remember when they finally when they was jumping, and then they stopped jumping, and they just said, you know what, forget it. But when they finally took the lid off, but if you examine the video,
yep,
it was still a couple of them jumping, and they jumped out.
Yeah.
But majority of the bottom was still stuck.
Yep.
That's how it is in poverty. That's how it is in the hood. Yep. You know what I'm saying? When we are conditioned to stay stuck at a certain level, and the ones that be like, nigga, I'm finna keep jumping. Nigga, you crazy. We ain't finna make it out this shit. They laughing. Hey, this nigga crazy the motherfucker. Babe, what?
Sitting there like I felt the breeze. I think that thing gone.
I think he gone. I think he gone. Wanna know why? Because he never gave up.
Yeah.
It's always that 1% that never give up. The 1% that be like, I'm not gonna be like the rest. I'm gonna be like something I know I can do better. I'm not gonna give. I'm gonna keep jumping until I can't jump no more. Yeah. And then once you finally make it over that hoop, make it over that loop, then you looked at it as, oh, he think he better than us. Oh, he made it on the other side. Oh, he Hollywood. What? We messing with. She thinks she all that. She thinks she got her life all figured out, and we just what? We just chop liver? Absolutely, dumbass. You chop motherfucking liver. Wanna know why? Because I didn't give up. Because I refuse to sit there and let myself be influenced by negative events, influenced by you negative fucking people that's not gonna go nowhere, that's not trying to elevate and do something, but because I want to elevate and I want to try and be different, I'm a horrible person. Guess what? Fuck you. I'm gonna be a horrible person. Don't know why? Because I see shit from a bigger perspective. I see shit from a different view. I see shit from, man, I'm tired of being at the bottom. It's too crowded. Yep. They say it's lonely at the top, but guess what? The bottom is crowded.
Yep. And they're gonna always try to tell you, hey, bro, you can't get up there anyway.
It
ain't no point.
Ain't no point getting up there.
And every time you come across a person like that, it should motivate you to push harder, to go faster, though. Whatever it is y'all doing, to be the best at it, to give it all blood, sweat, and tears. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it is this. What he was just talking about with that conditioning and people, how we just like, I can't do that. When I was in the streets, I'm talking about, boy, we was out there for real. And one day I came across a female and I wasn't even on the chicks. I was just and she told me, she was like, man, you want to get a job or something? I was like, man, ain't nobody gonna hire me. I was just ain't nobody gonna give me no job. Don't nobody want to be around no dude like me. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers gonna be scared as hell. Ooh. I done gave her 1,000,000 trillion negative things. All type of negative excuses why I can't do this. Yeah. And I honestly believed it in myself.
Mm-hmm.
Walked me up to the job. Sit down with me, help me do the application and shit. Job give me the interview. I'm terrified. They ain't never did this before. I ain't never did this before.
Like a comfort zone, yeah.
Yeah. And so she just told me, they're like, look, man, interviews is kind of scary. Everybody go through it. You're going to be nervous, but just go in there and be yourself. Talk. I made it through the interview, got the job. My first look, you know what I'm saying? Big thing. I was at Jules Oscar.
I remember you
North.
at Jules. I remember when you came back with a Jules uniform on. Yeah.
But I'm walking through the block. Same block I done been shot, robbed, did all type of shit on. I'll go through the block, the moles see me. They, damn, bro, your ass working? Yeah, boy, it befuddled them. It had everybody confused. It was like, bro, really? How you do that? They could not believe I did that. And so we have to always, like, you around people that don't believe that they can do certain things when they can do anything they put their mind to. And it's like, don't say like, man, parents tell us that all the time. No, you can literally, bro, if you sit down and can get over yourself and get over your emotions on the inside that got you stuck wherever it is you stuck at, if you can get over that internal whatever it is, I promise you, bro, the sky's the limit, like Lil Wayne said, because we condition ourselves. Like I said, when she told me to get that job in my mind, I gave her $1 million. I gave so fast. I ripped off about 50 things why I couldn't do this.
But you know why? Because it's the echo. The echoes of growing up and hearing how people like them don't fuck with us. Like even we black folks from the hood, we was conditioned to know that white folks ain't gonna fuck with us. White folks gonna look at us. What they always tell them? Don't go downtown. Y'all from this side of town. Y'all from this side of Chicago. White folks don't fuck with y'all down. Y'all gonna go down. Them folks gonna lock your ass up, or they gonna look at you crazy. So we condition ourselves to be like. Even when I first moved to Minnesota, bro, I moved. My first time ever around, you know what I'm saying? White folks.
A white person that'll talk back to you first off.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm like, damn, they talk to us.
Like, cause
even Africans. I'm not gonna lie to you, even Africans, bro. We was talking Chicago, cause I ain't gonna lie, they mean as hell to us. Africans don't fuck with you. I come out here, one of my best friends was African.
No,
I'm like, damn, they fuck with us out here. You know what I'm saying?
It was a whole different atmosphere. But like everything that was told us not to do is actually kind of smooth.
Yeah, exactly.
See, everything we was told to fear is actually kind of smooth. But y'all want to hear some real shit? I still have an echo in my head about some negative things that I always have to overcome every time. And every time it's about housing. I go, I put the applications in, and I gotta face, because 9 times out of 10, everybody that run the world right now is white. No offense to nobody. But it's like, it's so scary when it's like, damn, they gonna ask me about a background, and they don't even understand my type of, they don't understand, you know what I'm saying? So they gonna have a biased look. And it's like, every time when you get shut down, that shit, it builds up on the inside of you, a pain, a depression, a hurt. It's like, damn, I don't deserve a chance. Not one chance. One chance. But you can't tell yourself that. You gotta tell yourself, you know what? That 50 did not give me a chance. But I'm pretty sure out of this quadrillion million, I'm gonna find one. Now, I might be old by the time I find that one. However, I believe. And that's all you gotta do. You just gotta believe. You just gotta believe something great gonna happen. And keep moving towards it, though. Put actions toward that. Because you can believe in something. Like, I had this book called The Way of the Superior Man. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle, but he told us to get that book. I would recommend everybody get it. And in that book, the first couple chapters talk about how a man will always tell himself, you know, everything gonna be all right. No, the fuck it ain't. It ain't gonna be all right unless you make it all right. You have to keep that in mind.
Absolutely.
Because our brain want us to choose the easy way. The easy way is to tell yourself, you know what, everything gonna be all right. And then you sit there for 40 years and realize it's not all right. You know why it ain't all right? Because you told yourself it's gonna be all right. So it's like talking about your success before you become successful.
That's not ideal, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, the thing is about that is, bro, is like, people don't really understand the severity of, like, they think everything in life's supposed to be easy, because at the end of the day, it's like, people don't like discomfort. But we have to get comfortable of the idea of being uncomfortable. Cause that's the only way to grow.
Yes.
You know, just like no different than going to the gym. You know when you go to the gym, when you start pumping big iron, your brain's your tissue, you break your brain tissue down. I mean your brain tissue, your muscle tissue down. So then the body of your brain tells you, I don't like this feeling. I gotta get stronger. Your body tells you we gotta add more energy, more resources to this area to build this stronger. So when we're under attack again, we stronger and we ready for the impact. That's the way life is. Life is about resiliency. Life is about getting developed, and like we have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, man. And it's like one thing I learned in a sermon, bro, is this pastor was preaching, bro, and he was like, God promised you a kingdom, but you have to put labor in first. And when he said that, I'm like, damn, he's spitting. So what do women go through, bro? Women go through labor, right? And when they go through labor, that means they go through pain and suffering. And after that pain and suffering, what comes next? That bundle of joy, that beautiful baby that you worked so hard for 9 months. And at that last stretch, you go through pain and suffering. So God breaks you down, bro, to the point. At first, when you starting off, you like, okay, I'm gonna start this new journey off. Everything's smooth because you got a life that you already had before. So your life, when you was living it your way, was cool, smooth, and calm and productive. Now you trying something different, but you know this life is going better you. But then you start working it. Damn, this shit hard, bro. Man, here go the echoes. Just go back to what you know.
Sure.
Just go back. That's the enemy, though. Yes. Let's go back to what you know, bro. No.
Clarity.
No, don't go that way. Just start. No, you fucking up. You not smart enough to make it. But you like, man, no, I got this. Then as you go, it start getting hard. Now you like, damn, folks, should I just turn around?
Never do that.
This is you right here. I'm gonna keep going, fuck it. Now you there. Now you deep in this shit. Now you like, fuck, I'm in this. This shit hurt. Now you looking around. Now you like, I can't go back if I wanted to. What do I do? Yep. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna trust the process.
And no land around you.
And now, no land around you. And now you tired. Now you exhausted. Now you like, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm treading water, I can't go nowhere, but fuck, I gotta keep going. Now you at a point to where now you start hallucinating because you ain't been asleep. Your body ain't been resting. That's life. You ain't been resting. Now you up all night long. But you like, I gotta keep swimming. But now you like, fuck, I'm sinking. You like, God, I'm sinking, bro. You like, fuck, I knew I should listen to my right mind. I knew I shouldn't listen to you. I knew you was gonna forsake me. I knew you wasn't going. As you going through that, and now you going through the pain and suffering phase. The pain and suffering phase is fuck everybody. Fuck God. I can't trust God. I can't trust my mama. I'm where I'm at because my mama was fucked up to me. Or I didn't have nobody in my life to do this for me. Now I'm here. Now I'm sinking. Now I'm finna drown. Now I'm paining. I'm suffering. But what you do? Fuck, I'm just gonna keep going. Yep. I'm gonna keep faithful. I'm gonna stay faithful because this is what I believe in. This is who I believe in. You know what? God, I'm mad at you right now, but I know I gotta believe on this other side you gonna deliver me. Yep. And guess what? You went through that labor. That hard road was labor. Yep. You went through your pain and suffering when you sit there and said, God, why do you do this to me? But you know what? I'm gonna trust in you anyway, and I'm gonna keep going straight. And God, guess what? Now you delivered.
You see a little light.
You see light. You like, what is that? And then you get there, you get to the other side, and you get your bundle of joy, and you like, this all I have to do in the first place was just stay consistent, would just get uncomfortable with me being uncomfortable. My brain was telling me, fuck, you can't see no other way because your brain tells you your brain love prediction. Your brain love to be able to predict what's happening next. And when you don't know what's happening next, you go into panic. You go into fear mode. But guess what hope is? Hope is already believing before you can see what's next. So you have to have hope. You can't let that negative thought, that echo that's telling you to turn around, that's telling you that you a failure, that's telling you that everybody was right about me, that I won't be able to do this, I won't be able to accomplish this. You can't let that echo in your brain tell you you won't be successful when we are promised deliver. We are promised labor, pain, suffering, deliverance. Deliverance from laboring, from pain, from suffering. Deliverance, bro.
Think about it. In Japan, they make swords. But before the sword become a beautiful looking katana, it's just a chunk of metal, probably a couple rocks, some shit that don't even look like it's gonna be nothing.
Come on now.
And then they beat it. And then they heat it up. And then they beat it up.
Oh, shit, they heat it up.
Beat it some more. And then they stick it in cold water.
Mm.
And then they heat that
Beat
bitch
it
up.
some more.
And then after they beat it to death, right? And they beat the hell out of it. The hammer is life. The sword is you.
The sword is you.
You getting beat the hell on by this hammer of life. And God like, okay, we beat his ass up. Let's dip him in some water. Now you caught you a little blessing, a little reward. You thinking that is all?
A little light. Okay, cool.
Take his ass back in the fight. Because that's life. Every time you get over an obstacle, a pain, any type of thing in your life where you think, I finally made it through. You just made it through that part.
That's that part.
It's another part.
Man, land this plane. Come on.
What you want to do
Let him cook.
You're gonna be beaten. You're gonna be beaten. That's life. That's the hammer life. He don't care. He got one job to do. That's beat the hell out of you. And then one day you gonna look up, he gonna dip you in that water that last time. You gonna look like, shit, I'd have been beat a lot. That ain't enough to do me, G. Now you a katana. He done wrapped a nice little hilt around you. You in battles and shit. You taking hits. You like, shit, that didn't even nick my blade.
Nope.
My blade is sharp. You know why? Because life, we can listen to the echo and let it forge a weak blade, or we can listen to the echo and let it be a strong katana. And I'm telling you, life and the echoes, it can sharpen you up or it can dull you down.
Because what? Iron sharpens iron.
There you go. Iron sharpen iron. That hammer, it was made of iron. It beat that iron until that iron became something great.
Mm-hmm. Huh. And that's how life hit you, bro. And that's how life hit you. And it's like, we got so much to break down with the echo theory. And this is just the just though, man. Y'all stuck with us.
Yeah.
Y'all stuck with us, man. And we
for sure.
And it's like, and that's why one thing, if I can leave y'all with something, man, I want to leave y'all with this, man. Don't let yesterday's echoes dictate and control today's future. Because everything that you tell yourself, your brain remembers. Every limited belief that you have about yourself, your brain remembers.
Yes.
And every bad habit, every pathway that you created that was horrible can be undone. And then you can create healthy new pathways and healthy new habits and healthy new ways of thinking.
But you gotta keep swimming.
You gotta keep swimming.
Can't stop.
You gotta keep swimming, man, because we are promised. If you with a life that you want, we are promised hardship. We are promised labor. When you get your ass up every damn day, whether you work at Jules High School, whether you a therapist, whether you a teacher, whether you a doctor or a nurse.
It's your own business, farm and shit. You still gotta work.
You went to nursing school. You went to therapy school. You went to law school. Y'all, you went through the hardest time of your life, but guess what? You thugged it out. You kept going. That's how life is. That's how anything you do in life is gonna come with a lot of hard fucking work. But what you have to do is you have to tell yourself, this labor is gonna be worth it. This pain, it hurts, but it's gonna be worth it. What bro said, you get a hammer, a sword get beat until it gets sharpened and powerful and a beautiful weapon to be used in battle. And your pain gonna be pain. Your suffering is gonna be suffering. It's gonna be scorching. The pain is gonna be the suffering is gonna be the fire. But at the end, you will be delivered. And your deliverance will be your bundle of joy. It's gonna be bliss. And you're gonna be like, wow, I endured all of that. This is just a season in my life. But guess what? This chapter right here, right now, not gonna be the end of the book. Because you write your own future. You write your own book. You are the author of your own story.
Yes, it is.
And it's like God ain't gonna lead you down the wrong path, man. No matter how hard it looks like in the end or what it looks like in the moment. Don't let your echo affect you. Your present moment, man.
For real. Remember, we want to be sharp blades, unchippable.
So like I said, man, y'all want to check out my my echo theory, man. Y'all tap in my Instagram, King Ryder Great. You know what I'm saying? Or my TikTok, The Great King Ryder. You can check out my books on Amazon book, Writer Life Coach Arthur. You know what I'm saying? I got a website that I'm designing. I will be dropping soon. You know what I'm saying? For all my life coach booking episodes where I teach echo theory, I teach trauma, I teach this is real life that I invest my time, my life in, and to invest in this to save people. Cause I feel like my calling in life, bro, is to save people and bring folks closer to God and bring folks closer to their fulfillment and and what they're supposed to do in their life, bro. Because for so many years, bro, I lived my life for me. Now I know, like Jesus said in the Bible, man, we have to be a servant for others, and this is what what I feel like my call is to do, bro. And it's like
That's the whole point of these.
that's the whole point of it. Room for growth.
We want y'all to hear these conversations on these podcasts so y'all can understand, like, y'all ain't the only ones to go through these things, and that it is ways out of these things, and that it's not gonna be easy, and that it is gonna be times where you're gonna go cry. But every time you go cry, and every time you get balled up, every time you get hit hard and you stumble, you have to be like Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Sugar Ray. They all been hit hard, dropped. Some of them been dropped, but you know what they always did? They put that glove in the ground and they stood their ass up and they told themselves, that wasn't enough to stop me. He gonna have to put me all the way out. In life, you gonna be hit hard. And remember me saying this, and remember what me and bro talking about. You gonna be hit hard. And you gonna be hit harder. But every time you get hit, you gonna make it through. But the hits don't never stop coming until you die. So remember that. We always prepare ourselves for them next hits that's coming. So when they come, we can deal with them better. That's why boxers train.
Protect yourself at all times.
We financially train ourselves to when hard times come, I can handle it better now. I got this put up. I don't got that put up, but I built enough resources and allies that I got help. It's not gonna be an easy journey, y'all. But I feel like all of y'all, like in the words of the great King Roddy, lock the fuck in.
Fuck yeah, man.
Lock in.
Remember, man. We're gonna leave that here with y'all, man. But remember this. It's always room for growth because it gets greater later, family.
Every time.
Stay locked in, man. This is an episode from your boy King Roddy the Great. Another episode of Can I Cook Podcast.
And your boy B Mac the God.
Hey, until next time, family, man. We gone.
See y'all later, man.